Jim, it's got to be really cool driving this car. You know what he said? Go ahead, say it again, Jim.
You want a driver?
Hell yeah! You kidding me? Let's drive this thing. All right, so I got my buddy Jim here. Jim,
How you doing?
good man.
Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
so
you.
much. We have got the real deal movie car Christine right here in your collection.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about that in a second, but off camera, and you shared some really cool stories with me.
Yeah.
Off camera, talk about the engine, how some of them have the chrome air cleaner, some of them this, that, and the other thing. So what is the story with the engine here? I mean, this is the real deal car, right?
This was the car that was in the photo shoots. This was the one that's on the assembly line, the football field, and the drive-in theater. You'll see some in the movie theater or the movie with chrome. You'll see some painted, but there was a total of 26 cars. Most of them was just parts cars. They wasn't total cars. You'll see filming from standing in the engine compartment, but this is the original Golden Commando Fury with the 350 with the dual quads.
All right, so I got my buddy Jim here, and we're getting ready to take off in the horror car Christine. This is so cool, dude. I mean, I feel like I'm in a movie. What's it feel like driving it? It's got to be badass, isn't it?
I have friends that was afraid to get in it.
Seriously,
I had
it's a movie car.
One lady car that was afraid to get in it, one of my neighbors.
No kidding.
But what I did a couple years ago on Halloween, I opened my gates over here and I hooked the charger to the battery, and I had the battery or the lights on to Christine when the people come trick or treating.
No kidding. What kind of response did you get with that?
Well, the young kids nowadays don't know what it is.
No idea, do they?
I mean, even in the 30s, most of them don't remember the movie.
Right,
right.
Because they were youngsters.
Yeah. But the people that see it are really fascinated, and they go, "Oh, it's not the real one." I'm like, yeah, it is the real one.
Come on, Christine. Be nice to us here. All right. Riding in Christine, the real deal Christine, is a treat. It just freaking crazy, Jim. Dude.
I got Christine in 2020.
Yeah.
I bought it out of the auto auction out of the Rochester Auto Museum.
Okay.
And when I got her, she was in pretty rough shape.
Okay.
She hadn't been street worthy in quite some time. So we had to do a lot of work to get her where she purrs like a kitten now again.
It does purr like a kitten.
We, carburetors, brakes, power steering box,
everything. Huh?
tires.
Really?
The tires, you could roll them across the floor, and they had such a flat spot on them. They were almost like they had a square.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So, but what was really cool is I have two other Furies. I have another 58 Golden Commando, and that's what this one began life as, was a 1958 Golden Commando. It would have been buckskin beige with the gold anodized aluminum down the side. And Larry Henry was a really good friend of mine, and Larry Henry, he actually started the direct connection for Mopar. He's actually in the Mopar Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So we was in the garage one day, and Larry looked over at me and says, "Jim, a Fury didn't have door locks." I said, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, I videoed that.
Yeah, I said, "What are you talking about?" He says, "Well, look here." He said, "You see the door locks on Christine?" I said, "Yeah." "Look at your other Fury. It don't have door locks. They all lock with downward motion with the door handles. They don't have door locks on them." That was just a movie problem at the time,
So I tried actuating the door thing. They didn't move.
We fixed them because they was rattling.
Oh, okay. this car had the buttons for the movie only.
Only this one
This
car. One car.
This one car.
This is the only car that had the actual fake door lock.
So this is the car, the makeout scene at the football field, the weird scene at the drive-in movie theater.
Assembly
this
line.
is the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, assembly line
Assembly
too.
line, yeah.
Now, that's interesting you mentioned that all the other cars with that cool cream color. What was that color again?
Buckskin beige.
Buckskin beige, but this is the only car that was red.
Yeah. And that was what I didn't catch the real meaning of that until I watched the movie a couple times.
Yeah.
Because when you seen the assembly line, if you notice, every car on that assembly line is buckskin beige.
I didn't notice.
There's only one car that is red.
Guess what I'm gonna do this afternoon?
And that's showing Christine's personality
Ah, we damn.
on the car.
Boy, she's something else too, isn't she?
Yeah.
Now, something else you mentioned off camera was that this is the only Chrysler with a 350 engine in it.
The only Plymouth.
The only Plymouth.
Yes. The only year.
The only year.
Only year.
Really?
Now, my 57 Fury, which is a Golden Commando also, it is it has a 318. The old Y block 318.
Yeah.
And its 350 was only 1 year in 1958.
No kidding.
And it had the dual quads. The Golden Commandos had the dual quads.
Okay.
Now, if you get a Salvi or a Belvedere, you're only going to have a single carburetor.
No
and,
kidding.
and could possibly only have a 318.
Oh, okay.
This 350 was specific mainly to the Golden Commando.
Oh, yeah.
But you could get it in other cars.
All right.
You know, so,
Now
yeah.
this is cool too. I mentioned it in my video, the weird placement of the rear view mirror, because normally they're up here on the headliner of the roof,
Yeah.
top of the windshield. Was that only on the Fury they did that, or was it pretty much a lot of other Chryslers they had?
There was
there?
a lot of other Chryslers
Oh, is it? Okay.
in the day.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Now, it's funny, you know, because a friend of mine that was actually doing some work on it for me, you know, like I said, it wasn't drivable when we first got her, you know.
Right, right.
And he had it in his shop one day, and all of a sudden, the radio come on. He said it scared the crap out of him.
I bet it did, because that's one of the things about this. Well, the radio, does the radio automatically come on, or can you turn it on?
Yeah, they turn it.
Oh,
I mean, it's an AM radio.
gotcha, no, I get it.
You just
Yeah.
got to find a station.
Oh, that's right.
But
interesting.
it did come on for him that one day when he was playing around with the battery and stuff like that on, you know.
Oh,
so,
that's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
yeah.
So I'm sitting there minding my own business and mentioned to Jim, it's got to be really cool driving this car. You know what he said? Go ahead, say it again, Jim.
You want a driver?
Hell yeah! You kidding me? Let's drive this thing.
When he bid 240, I go, well, if I bid 245, then he's going to say 250, and I already said I wasn't going over 250. So I just went up $10,000 to 250. And the lady on the phone said, all right, the other guy's out. And they're going to the owner to see if he will lift the reserve.
Little push button in neutral, set the e-brake, turn off the key. Eat your hearts out, folks, man. I just got done driving freaking Christine. Thanks for riding along. More cool content only on Muscars with Eric.